All right, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Yo, happy Sunday. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Mad love. Appreciate y'all. What's going on? Welcome back to the Marshall Dynasty Season 6. I'm Kimbroplays. Looking forward to another episode. Another live episode. I've been really enjoying the live stream setup. Having a blast with this game and having a blast sort of telling this story live on YouTube as opposed to having to edit and, I don't know, feel a little rushed, feel a little inconsistent. Just we get to vibe out and hang out together and play this crazy game of NCAA football. So appreciate you guys for jumping in. I got mad love for you, so thank you for that. I am trying to get my YouTube chat to work, so if I'm missing chat for a minute, just bear with me. I'm going to try to see if I can get everything going, but for the most part, I think we've got everything lined up and ready to go. For the most part. Okay, I'm just making a change here to one of my screens. Otherwise, we're hanging out. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys for showing mad love on this. We are 6 seasons in. I really can't believe we've made it this far, but we are here. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, okay, let's recap where we last were. Right? Let's talk about where we ended up on the last episode. Okay. So this week, week 12, Marshall 9-0, doing their thing, and ACC play continues to roll on, and we've got a huge matchup. I think it's our last real big game, to tell you the truth, until we end up getting to the postseason. So, kind of crazy. This season has been flying. So, let's look at last week's scores. That's where I want to go. Scores in schedule. Let's look at last week. Yeah, here we are. Marshall, 45-17 winners at home versus Notre Dame. Last episode, if you missed it, it was live here on the channel, so definitely go check that out. We had a heck of a game. Honestly, the first half I felt like was more competitive, but a 21-0 third quarter really put this game out of reach. And as we look here, it was a 22-yard touchdown pass to William Matthews, and then our boy Casey Smith, he had a 71-yard touchdown run and a 69-yard touchdown run. 2 huge plays from Casey Smith to ice that game last week and really put the nail in the coffin for Notre Dame. I was really, really happy. We racked up 500 yards of total offense, rushed for 345 and 4 touchdowns on the ground. That is insane. Casey Smith has been an incredible difference maker. We only threw it for 150 yards. And we just didn't really need to. I felt like we were a little out of sync, a little out of sorts at times in the passing game. We had a couple passes dialed up, and then, of course, we didn't end up having the ability to, get into a rhythm. I felt like we were scrambling a lot, but we forced 2 turnovers, and then we just handed the ball off. That was the vibe. So had a good time with that game. Adams was good. Casey Smith was even better. Thompson, their quarterback, threw for 234 and 2 scores, but we just ran it down their throats. They had no chance. Buddy Johnson, welcome in, says, Kimbro, I'm surprised you're not watching March Madness. Man, the madness in my house with a toddler says the only time you can stream is the time you should stream. So I've kept my eye on the tourney the first weekend, but yeah, man, really wanted to continue to tell this story, and if that meant missing a couple March Madness games, especially with my my Ohio State Buckeyes not in the tournament, it was like, we're just gonna make it work. We're in the NIT, so I'm not super tripping on the brackets. I'll take a look at everything next time. So, but welcome in. It's good to have you, buddy. Appreciate you. Conference clash. Let's see some recaps from last week. Florida continues to stay unbeaten, beat up on South Carolina last week. Obviously, there's our game. We got the big win against Notre Dame. I guess they were up to number 5 in the college football playoff when we played them. Spirits are still high in Champaign. The Fighting Illini, man, they upset number 6 Penn State by a touchdown. This is a clip about us. says Dark Horse. Gooden and the Syracuse Orange continue to shock the world. Obviously, they've been really good. They have a loss to Pitt on the road, and they have a loss to us. Otherwise, they've been doing work, and they're in the top 10. So I fully expect Syracuse to be in the college football playoff. Remember, this is our first season having the 12-team playoff. So the team in that 9, 10, 11, 12 range, they're very much in the mix. This is crazy. Mississippi State. No, I was going to say that's Bama getting smoked. No. They won. Bama's been doing horrible. So I thought for sure they had just gotten blown out, but I read that backwards. My Duke Blue Devils just blew the doors off of JMU 93-55. Yeah, Duke doing work. I mean, they should, right? James Madison, not even Power 5. I mean, Duke doing what they should do, basically. But good for Duke. They've gotten less annoying over the years, I feel like. Once we've gotten rid of Leitner and JJ Redick, who I like now, but Grayson Allen, Duke's kind of had a history of some questionable characters, but they're not as bad. This week, big game. Check this out. Number 6, Georgia Tech. Number 4, Pitt. That's a massive game in terms of the college football playoff and what's going on with the standings. So we will definitely keep an eye on that one. Holy, let's dive into the college football rankings. So we'll start there. We're clearly still holding on. Number 1 spot, Florida 10-0. Number 2, Wisconsin, the only other unranked, unbeaten team, 9-0 for the Badgers. Holy. I don't know how good the Big Ten is, but they're doing their thing. Pitt, 8-1. North Carolina right there, hanging in. They lost 2 weeks ago. They were previously the top team. The ACC, obviously, well represented here. 4 teams in a row, 4 through 7, all in the ACC. So stuff's going to be crazy this week. Obviously, in our game, NC State, they're ranked number 6, even though it says number 8. So number 6, NC State in the building. Nebraska, Cuse, Cal, Illinois, Penn State, Notre Dame hanging around right there after losing to us last week. And Florida State gets an OT win at Clemson. They're kind of right there. We'll see if they can, any of these teams can backdoor their way into the title. So, okay, that's where we are in the standings. That's kind of where we are sort of around the globe of college football. Let's check in on the Heisman standings themselves. Oh, man, Adam Hunter from Florida, number 2 ranked. They're hanging in there. Andrew Adams got sort of vaulted last week in his Heisman spot, so he's down at 2nd. And Casey Smith puts on a 207 3-touchdown performance on the ground, and he has shot up the charts. And honestly, the Casey Smith Heisman campaign, I feel like, has a really strong chance. I mean, he's been fantastic. So Andrew Adams has been good. Numbers haven't been crazy, but Casey Smith has been maybe taking over as our most important player. Jonathan Berry controlling a very good Pitt team, hanging in there. And then Rodney Mullins from Coastal getting some love. That's crazy. So there we are. I think Bama won't be as good without Nick. Absolutely. It's hard to lose a legend like that and remain at the top. It's going to be insane for them to continue the dominance. They're doing okay. Kalen DeBoer might be fine recruiting-wise, but there's something just about the prestige, right, of Saban that also was intimidating to play Bama. It wasn't just Bama and the good players. You also had to take out Nick, and that was always hard for people. Always hard for people. Okay. All right, so we got to last week. We got to the rankings, and we got to the Heisman. Last thing I want to check is conference standings, and then I want to upgrade Coach Mayo, and then we'll go. So Marshall, holding it down. We got a 2-game lead in the loss column on our side. So I think a win against NC State today might get it done. I think the last 2 games we have are Wake Forest and Louisville, which we'll probably play in subsequent streams here. We might even play those back-to-back because I fully expect those to be blowouts. So I think a win today might just ice this bad boy. We'll have to see. We will have to see. On the other side, obviously, the Georgia Tech Pitt game today is huge. 3 teams at 8-1. Everybody tied in the loss column. North Carolina in the mix as well, of course. Huge implications on who's going to represent the Coastal side when it comes to that game this week. Pitt versus Georgia Tech, which is going to be insane. So really looking forward to that and figuring out what that score is. My boy Clink What's good, Kimbro? It's good to see you, man. Thanks for joining. Just diving into the start, kind of setting the scene for today's matchup, taking a look at all the conference standings, the Heisman list, all that stuff. We're kind of getting it rolling here as we dive into this episode. So I hope you're doing well, Clink. I appreciate you, man. Congrats to you and your family doing your thing. So always showing mad love to you, brother. Hope all is well. Okay, where is the coach upgrade? Here's where I want to be. Coach skill tree. Okay, so Coach Mayo has an upgrade. We're almost completely done with the recruiting stuff. I think we need to transition this into on the field play. So we're maxed out on Road Warrior and matchup setup artist. I don't really use setup plays a lot, but I don't know. Here's what we'll do. We're going into the college football playoff. We've got a really young, terrible kicker. I would hate to have him lose us a season because he gets iced. So 50-50 shot that he'll get iced late in a game. So I think it's the right time not having our all-world kicker who moved on to the NFL. Let's go ahead and add antifreeze. So there we go. Coach Mayo, level 33. We've done work in this series. That's insane. That is insane. Up to level 33. Okay, let's take a look at today's matchup. Let's dive in here. NC State. Number 8, technically number 6 if you look at the college football playoff. Marshall's got the better roster, B pluses to B minuses across the board. We've got the number 1 points per game, top 4 in total offense, number 1 in total defense. They're kind of in the middle of the pack pretty much everywhere. 42 in points per game at 28.3. Not really doing too much in terms of offense. They run the ball better than they throw it. And they're about even on pass rush or rush defense and pass defense specifically. And right there on the line at turnover differential. So 7-2. I'm not really sure how good these guys are. We'll just have to see. NC State's roster is okay. Their stats don't tell me that they're super scary. So we'll have to see what's going on there. But hey, man, it's a tough conference. Everybody can come up and get you at any point. So here's our schedule, how we've played so far. We've handled our business, haven't put up less than 38 points in any game all year, and have only given up, what is that, a max of 28. So the defense, definitely number 1 in the country. We've been doing work, and this run we've been on between Syracuse, Notre Dame, and NC State, we will have 3 games inside of the top 10 in 4 weeks. 3 top 10 opponents in 4 weeks. That's insane. We get huge breaks, finishing up at Wake Forest and then home for senior day versus Louisville. So yeah, there we go. NC State, they got an FCS win, beat up a bad West Virginia team, beat Notre Dame, who we played just last week by a touchdown in week 4, I think that is. They lost to a good Syracuse team by 13, get blown out by what we know now is a pretty good Florida State team, and then they've bounced back against a bad Clemson. They get the huge upset win, 27-24 over NC, and then at Boston College last week, they win by 4 to set up today's matchup. Then they're at here today, and then they have the same 2 opponents, interestingly enough, at Louisville and or at home versus Louisville, and then at Wake. So that's where we're at. Andrew Adams, almost 1,800 yards passing, 20-2 touchdown to interception ratio. He's been awesome. First-year starter as a redshirt freshman. Casey Smith finally taking over after kind of being in the rotation the last couple years. He's already over 1,100 yards rushing, actually really basically at 1,200 with 14 touchdowns. As you saw at the start of the episode, got into the Heisman conversation. So he's having a hell of a season. We kind of throw the ball all over the field, and we don't throw for a lot of yards. So Tommy Chambers is our leading receiver. He only has 384 yards, gets about 40-ish, 42, 45 per game, 7 scores on the year. Ryan Young, our leading tackler, with 43. Mario Sanders has 3 interceptions, and Ron Davis with 13 sacks, I believe still leading the country. So we will see Williams, who might not be their starter. That's not a lot of yards or attempts for a team that's got 7 wins. He may be the backup. We'll have to look. Potts is running the ball for them, 700 yards rushing, 10 scores. Ross, their leading wide receiver, at 400 yards. Reed, their best tackler. Clark has 2 picks, and Bentley we'll have to look out for as their leading sack man. Holy. So there we go. That song's pretty annoying, so we're going to skip that one. Let's go to check out the coaches. I think I go into coach contracts. Is that right? No, that's Coach Mayo. I think it's job security. Yeah, job security is the window I like to go to. NC State, we got Dave Durin. I always struggle to pronounce his name. Dave Durin at NC State, the head coach. Shout out to my guy Kangwin in the building. What's up, Kangwin? I believe you just re-upped your membership. So extra love in the chat for my boy Kangwin. Checking out the episode. We're just kind of going through the menu, checking out sort of, you know, the stats and figuring out where we are as we gear up for this game. But mad love to you, bro. Congrats on all your YouTube success. Super love, man. I appreciate you, dude. Happy Sunday. Okay, Dave Doran, been at NC State for a hot minute 13 seasons there. 8-4 bowl record. He's got A prestige. His job security safe. He looks good. They're kind of on a downslope. Went from 11 wins down to 10. Now 8, back up to 9, and now they're sitting at 7-2. So a really good season for them. Kind of right along the lines of where they've been. They've been a good program. Not elite, but good. So NC State's not bad. Dave Doran doing work there. That's who we have matched up today. Let's take a look at their roster, and we will dive into the episode. Mike is in the house. What's going on, Mike? Appreciate you, man. Happy Sunday, showing some love. You guys are the best. This series has been so much fun, so I really appreciate you guys stopping in. Okay, let's go. This is kind of what it looks like when I go through the episode when I would record it. Just kind of flip through the menus, get my thoughts around what I want to say about different teams, and then we go. Been a family member since the day you got memberships. I know you have, man. You've been rocking it. It says 21 months you've been a member of this community, dude. That's amazing. So I think we talked about it last stream. The memberships themselves, the link is in the bio. I think it's like $1.99. I would never make you guys pay for anything. But if you want to show support, it's much easier than on Twitch or other platforms because you can set the threshold to whatever you want. So as the creator, I made it basically as low as YouTube would let me. If you guys wanted to have access to the emotes, see certain content that I put up for only members, certain streams or certain stuff that I'm archiving off the channel, I've kind of put in member-only mode. I make some posts that are member-only mode. So thanks for the love, Kangwin, and everybody else who's a member. You guys are the bomb. I really appreciate you. Okay, here we go. NC State. Here's the roster. Punter, 88 overall. Insane. They got a decent corner, but it's only one. David Meyer, a solid starting right tackle, and I see 2 left tackles in the 80s. So they've got an okay offensive line. I'm sure they're starting both of those tackles. Potts is their running back. He's probably the motor of their offense, but he's not very fast. 87 overall. Good punter kicker. So specialists are pretty solid for them. Good for NC State. 2 good wide receivers, not great. Ross and Houston are fine. They're doing okay. Bentley, the defensive end, and Reed. I think Bentley leads their team in sacks, right? If we read that right. And then Reed, and then they've got an okay cornerback 2. And then a solid wide receiver 3, and that's about it. I mean, they're really kind of struggling. Not a lot of other really, really good talent. Not a lot of linebackers. Only a couple running backs. I think we're going to be able to run the ball on this roster. And then here we go. Albert Howard is their number 1 quarterback in terms of like what the game says, but they've been starting this Brett Williams guy, the true freshman scrambler with 87 speed. Holy. So this guy's got wheels. He's been their number 1 all season. He's thrown for 1,000 yards, right on the cusp. He's run for another 400. So they run him. They get him the ball and they throw it. So let's see what his stats are. 87 speed, 84 agility, 84 acceleration, only 82 throw power. So not a huge arm, but he's got some wiggle to him. He's got some good, some good elusiveness. He could be dangerous. And running quarterbacks, they kind of hurt us from time to time. So unfortunate, but all right, that's NC State, man. I feel pretty set. I feel like I understand what they're got going on and what we can attack, what we have going on. Oh, I want to show you guys one more thing. This menu here says Alford, the number 1 linebacker, middle linebacker, and Young, the number 20. These are the overall players. They're both the number 1 linebackers at each of their positions in the country. They're both coming, but there's 10 total prospects visiting. So let's quickly go look at recruiting because we only really touch on that at the end. I don't know where I'm going. It's right on the first page, Kimbro. So let's see. Here's who we have coming today. Alford, Jeff Huff, Marcus Wilson, Matthew Sutherland, Jerome Young, Terrence Tyree, Cedric Huff, Pope, Gilliam, and Brown. So a variety of dudes who are really, really good are coming. We talked about Alford. We're in the lead for him. We're trailing Pitt for Young. He's a really good player. Brown, we're probably going to let walk. I don't really need a center very bad. Pope is coming. We would love to get him. 80 overall tackle. Gilliam, we're just trailing SC. We would love to get him. Wilson is coming. We got a nice lead for him, the number 2 defensive end in the country. Huff is coming. Throwaway depth guy. Sutherland, same thing. I saw Terrence Tyree. Would love to get him trailing NC State, right? There's a plot line for you. Trying to get a guy who's going to see both teams live and in person. That's pretty crazy. And then Jeff Huff, the 3-star, who's a gem. He's coming, and we've got the lead for him. So a handful of guys in here who are going to be in Huntington today, which is insane. So we got to play well for them. We got to make sure we show out, especially the 2 guys who play linebacker. Are you kidding me? That's insane. So 88 overall for us, 90 on offense, 87 on D. They're kind of just like a B- team. Low 80s. They're fine. They're up to number 8 in the country. So I don't know. I'm not super worried about it, but we'll see. I don't usually rock the white pants and the white socks and the white gloves. So I like that look. I think that'll be good. Got to give the new prospects a warm herd welcome. Yes, we do. None of these guys are real people this season. Yes, correct, Kangwin. This is the first season of the dynasty where everybody is auto-generated by the game. So we have nobody in the game who's was in the game in real life. Everybody is I'm just thrown off by these uniforms. These are gorgeous. I think I like these. Everybody's been created by the game, which is pretty cool. So I like them wearing red while we wear white. I don't love their white jerseys, but do we get red shoes? Yeah, those are fine. That's a good looking uni for them. I especially like the red helmet. So, all right, there's our unis and our color matchups. Let's dive in. Holy man. Let's get it. Happy Sunday. Thank you guys for the love. I originally wanted to do this stream on Friday. My son, just kind of a crazy toddler. He had a lot going on, and then I had a sponsorship deal. I haven't really talked about this. I was going to post about it on Twitter, but I got these Panasonic neck speakers. I'm not making this up. Panasonic makes like around your neck speakers that are like a replacement for your headphones. So I got these delivered to me. And they wanted me to do a review. So I was going to stream Saturday night, and I was still working on content for a review for them. So kind of crazy. So thank you guys for sticking with me. I think I posted that I was going to stream Friday and then couldn't do it Friday or Saturday. So we're making it up. We're making it up today on Sunday. So, all right, we saw all of that. There's a bunch of the guys we just went through, including the 2 linebackers. We know about the top players for us. There's the top players for them, including a punter, which is insane. And we're ready. Let's get into it. Christmas jersey game. You're absolutely right, my boy Kangwin. Christmas jersey game. Let me know about the balance, too. I've got my Go XLR plugged in, so let me know about the game sound and my voice volume, and we'll kind of dial it in. Is the sponsorship from Panasonic? Yeah, they sent me a prepaid gift card to buy this this neck speaker, and I tested it out. It actually sounds really good. I don't know, they're marketing it towards gamers exclusively. I'm not 100% sure how many gamers who have like computer speakers and like really nice headphones actually need a neck speaker. But I actually have found that if I was doing like a really long editing session, it actually might sound really good. So yeah, who knows? It's kind of a goofy situation, but that's the deal. So yeah, they sent them to me, and I'm gonna submit some content to them, and then they'll pay me for that content too. So it's kind of insane. Pretty cool little sponsorship. So yeah, fun little. They're wireless. Fun little device. All right, we're in the zone. Number 1 Marshall. Technically number 6 in the college football playoff, NC State. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into it, huh? I'll kick it. I'll give them the ball. If it sounds good and the mic doesn't pick it up, they would be nice for longer sessions. Yeah, for sure. They do sound really good. They have a mic too if you ever wanted to chat with your teammates, but I'm not 100% sure if I would use that. I would just plug in one of these. So kind of an interesting stitch, but yeah, so here we go. I'll just do this. I don't trust that this guy can throw it deep on me. So let's see if we can go tight zones and get some stuff going. I am going to try to hold blocks. I feel like this has been helping us get the run game going. They don't really seem to call holdings in this game, so I might be cheesing the system a little bit. We'll just have to see. Let's get it. Week 12, and we are underway in Huntington. We are underway. I'm fired up. Casey Thompson boots it. Matt Sullivan, the linebacker. Can we get there? Oof. We got lucky to bring them down there for sure. Greg Potts, their running back. I don't know. We'll see. We had some trouble last week stopping Notre Dame's running back. He was actually pretty decent. So, yeah, we'll just have to see. I'm going to come out in a 4-3. I've been liking the 4-3 look, adding that extra linebacker on early passing downs, or running downs, excuse me. That's been helping. Corey Brown in coverage. We're all over that. Big sack as we bring the blitz. Play man behind it. Matt Sullivan, the linebacker, gets in there. I believe he's a redshirt freshman playing in his first real game action. And he brings Brett Williams down, the quarterback, as he looked to scramble, man. That guy was already trying to get his wheels going. And on the first play, Marshall shuts it down. Love that. Got him behind the sticks. We kind of flip back and forth between a 4-2-5 and a 4-3. Those are my two favorite fronts, to be honest. So I'm not going to get too aggressive here. We're just going to play a little cover 2 man. I fully expect a run, a pass, or a draw play here. So scoot the line over. There's a speed option. It's going nowhere. Jermaine Johnson all over it as they tried to sneak a couple quick, cheap yards on us. Honestly, they probably would have been better off just going zone read. Johnson too quick off the edge. The computer always loves to run that play, unfortunately. I wish there was more we could do to prevent them from doing that, but, you know, nevertheless. All right, a little cover 3. Crowd's going to be into it. Night game here in the Joan. Top 10 matchup. Pretty sick. Oh, they're going tunnel screen. Ryan Young is all over it. We're going to go get him. Oh, my God, we couldn't get him. Hit that boy. Jesus. There we go. Jermaine Johnson, back-to-back plays. I don't know what this freshman is doing. I got to remember he's a true freshman, so I don't know what he's looking at. You got to dump that ball away. Can't take the sack. Back your team up. Got to get rid of the ball. And NC State off to an ice-cold start. Not what you're looking for. Exactly what Coach Mayo was looking for by kicking on the first possession. 11-year-old game AI team should be better this year. I agree, Kangwin. I totally agree. I'm really excited for the AI improvements in the new college football game. I mean, it won't be perfect. It'll never be perfect. But, oh, my God, Eric Love. Whoop. Oh, if I could have kept my feet. Oh, I was trying to cut back and go left. Damn. Good return, though. Yeah, the AI, I feel like, has got to be better, even if it's not perfect. I think it's got a chance to be much improved, and that would be huge for the game, to be honest. It really would. It just can't be Madden, man. This game cannot come out and be worse than Madden. All right, I'm gonna protect Casey Smith here. We're gonna shift to the left, slide protect. I'm not sure what they're doing here. Beautiful. Cedric Britt breaking tackles inside the 20, 24 yards. They brought the little safety down into the box. I fully expected pressure. We slid the protection to the left to pick that up. We hit the corner route against the linebacker in man coverage. That was a little lucky because that cornerback out there kind of sat on the curl route and then kind of drifted off of it. So that throw ended up being a little more dangerous than I was expecting when I went to go let go of it. But hey, Cedric Britt makes the play. He's so good. And Cedric Britt has been so good for us. He gets overshadowed by Brennan Armstrong, who's been our starter for all of these years. But Cedric Britt is a beast, man. Converted wide receiver. Let's move Taylor in here. See if we can get that DB out of the right side of the defense, and we're going to go. Casey Smith sweep off the right, cuts it back up the middle, has a hole, and he's into the end zone. Boom. The Marshall buzzsaw in full effect already. 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns for Casey Smith. We score on our opening possession. That's how you fucking do it, boys. We're going to come out and make it happen. Absolutely. 2 plays, 43 yards into the end zone. We get a 3 and out on the first defensive possession. That's what I love to see. Studio update to start. North Carolina sneaks, and I mean sneaks out of trouble. 35-34. getting the win over Virginia. They almost blew that. I'm going to look and see if that was like a last-second win or what the deal was. And the update from the Georgia Tech Pitt game, oh, man, 49-10. Pitt gets the dub over Georgia Tech, who clearly is not at the same level as Pitt. I've been on record. I've said it multiple times. I said it in the offseason episode. I've said it throughout season 6. Pitt is legit. Pitt is legit. They've got a really good roster, and they've got a really good quarterback, so I'm not surprised by that at all. My boy iDotter in the building. What's up, Frank the Tank? Good to see you, man. Happy Sunday to you, bro. Getting the first game going. Frank is always on my ass about these games not being competitive. It's not my fault, man. I'm playing on Heisman. I don't know what else you want me to do. You know what I'm saying? Says, I can't tell you how pleased I am to not see Grant Wells. Grant Wells gets too much slander, man. He was exactly what a young program, a young head coach needs. It was fine. It was a sad day to see Grant Wells leave. In real life, it was too. I know the Marshall fans were like, oh shit, Grant really just transferred out of here. So I totally get that. Oh shit, Potts. Nice big hole here. That's what we get, man. I come out in the 3-3-5, and these guys run the ball out of shotgun on me, and look at all this room. We're just too light in the box. It's only 6 players. 3 of them are down linemen. It's just not a good formation for us. So with a fullback on the field, let's go back to this 4-3 like we did on the first play of the game. We'll do a little zone blitz. Hashtag sliders. The sliders aren't really helping. I mean, they're fine. I think the sliders are a little more balanced. We can always adjust them, but, you know, there's a fine line in this game between making the sliders, like, super cheesy. Like, the game doesn't have, like, a good, like, middle. The game is either too easy or it's, like, way too unrealistic hard. You can't really, like, find it and dial it in as well as you'd like. This NC State quarterback is lost in the sauce. My boy is not running the play. They're calling weird screens for him, and he's holding on to the ball too long. It's just crazy town out here. So we're going to slide everybody to the left. I'm going to bring Corey Brown into the box. Good shit. Tyrone Hooper crossing the face of the offensive lineman. Gets out. Oh, beautiful stuff there by Hooper. He's been so good, man. The JUCO transfer. I did not expect much after losing so many defensive tackles last season, but Hooper has been fantastic. I'm going to blitz these guys. 3rd and long. I'm not afraid of their wide receivers. I'm just gonna continue to put the pressure on. Tight end sneaking. Oh, Eric, catch the football. Oh man, we go pressure, man coverage across the board. Eric Love should have had a pick 6, to be honest. Should have had a pick 6. So they've run, they got 1 first down. They've run 7 total plays, I guess, and have nothing to show for it, to be honest. Ooh, we almost got in there a little bit. Eric Love. Let's get a little speed to the outside. We got an angle. Ooh, track down from behind, 12. I think now that the playoffs is top 12, you can make it harder with sliders and still be competitive. 2 losses before and you were out. That's a really good point, Kangwin. I think for sure we can fine-tune, you know, for as much as we have left of this game before the new game comes out, I think we absolutely can tinker with the sliders, especially the 12-team playoff. I mean, I've made it through the heart of the ACC schedule and haven't really had an issue. I feel like our team is good, but we're playing like we're like crazy. Oh my God, Andrew. I wish our offensive line would have kind of recognized we were scrambling. They had 2 quarterback spies on us on that play. I had nowhere to go. Man coverage, they just lock us up. Man, I really feel like we've dialed up a few pass plays, and like I'm getting no help. We don't get any separation out here. Tough scenes. I don't really love this play. Let's run it. Yeah, let's run this thing left. There we go. Get a big puller into the hole. Break it outside. Cut it up. It's 7. 3rd and manageable. Casey Smith, 2 carries, 27 yards. That boy is a beast, man. I've enjoyed Casey Smith a lot already this year. I'm going to come out and stick. I'm going to look for stick here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1 just to keep him off balance. See what they come out. Yeah, this should have some room. Let's see. One of the tight ends on the right should spring open. Yeah, there's Armstrong. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle, falling forward 8. We convert the first down. Amara in the building. Welcome in. So good to see you, Amara Lynn. How are you? Thank you guys for tuning in, by the way. Thanks for spending some time on your Sunday with your boy. I tried to get on as early as possible. We got little man down to sleep. He's been going to swim lessons, and so he's had really, really long, busy days because of that. So, yeah, just kind of crazy and hectic. But thank you guys for working with my schedule and hanging out. Ooh. Oh, keep your feet, Lou. Dang. Good throw by Armstrong. A little off balance, a little off target, but we complete it. We're hanging in there. I've been looking to take some shots downfield, but at the same time, not trying to do anything too crazy. I feel like we've got a pretty strong advantage against these guys. Amara says, I miss you so much. It's good to see you. It's really good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate you. Showing mad support. Casey Smith stood up in the hole, but we do get the first 3 yards. Armstrong, you mad lad. Exactly. We love to see it. He's been so good. What a career for Brennan Armstrong. I mean, just an absolute baller through and through. I'm gonna be aggressive here. Empty set, and they are just playing off coverage. I'm trying to get them into something crazy. Let's run it with Armstrong here. Run it right. Slide down. Don't take any hits. Little quarterback run. Cover up the ball. Oh, I was trying to slide. Cut it back left a little bit. Amara, how have I been? I've been good. Busy. My job brought me back in full time, so that's been a huge adjustment. Obviously, we still have a young one. He's officially a toddler now, 15 months. So like we're taking steps, we're cutting teeth all the time. It's been an insane life, just kind of adjusting to little man and having work stuff. But in general, we're doing really well. Just busy but good. I'm having fun making content as much as I can, whenever I can. Just kind of doing our thing. Picking up the first down, Andrew Adams. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well, too. I wear my merch all the time, thinking of you often. We got to play something sometime. That's awesome. Yes, we definitely should. I haven't played, for example, any of the new season of Fortnite. I had to switch to playing this game on stream because I don't have time to edit a full video during the week like I used to. I just get home from work too late. And by the time I play this game and start to edit, it's all over for me. So I'm glad to make this transition, but it has been a stressful one for sure. I don't like any of my options here. So let's see. Might have a throwaway on this play, but or Tommy Chambers to the sideline. Ball's got to go out in front, Andrew. Oh, Jesus. Gosh, dang it. There's a rookie mistake. I really liked it when we decided to throw it. There was separation there, but the throw is inside, not to the sideline. I was trying to lead him. I was holding the left analog stick. I hope there's more precise passing. Like, if I'm going to miss, I have to miss this high and wide in the new game. I hope that's a part of it. So, that one's on me. Let's get this ball. See if I can get the ball. There we go. We'll zoom in a little bit. So, pre-snap, I'm looking. I know we've got sort of these 2 streaks on the outside. I've got 2 go balls up the sidelines, and then I've got Tommy Chambers on a deep out. And right here, he's got the outside leverage, so I know we've got something cooking. I know we're in man coverage, and right here, look, when the ball separates right there, I've already hit the button to throw. When his hands separate. I need this ball to be outside to the sideline, and you can see Tommy Chambers just has to slow down. It's late, it's behind him, and we got an INT. And I know there's Brennan Armstrong running across the middle, but pre-snap, I was looking the right side the whole time, and I knew I had Tommy. It's just a bad throw. It's not a very strong throw, and it's late back towards the field. And NC State, it's only a 14-0 score, right? No, it's 7-0. We haven't even put up 14 points yet, so unfortunate. Unfortunate turnover. I don't think that one was on me. Just going to say that. I think that was on the quarterback. I don't think the decision was a bad one. Oh, no. Hit him. Congrats on being a father. Thank you so much, Mike. Yeah, man, it's been an awesome journey. A really, really fun time. It's stressful. It's crazy. It's hectic, but he's a very sweet little guy, and, kind of experiencing all of these new crazy things of the world with him has been really fun. Did you hear I'm a streamer now? No, I did not know that. I've been horrible about keeping up with everybody. You know, the only person I really talked to has been D-Box, you know, knowing that he's got a family and a little one now. Huge play by Brian Young, by the way. What a great tackle for loss. Congrats, Amara. I'm going to have to link up with you. Send me a DM. I don't know if we're connected on Discord or Instagram or whatever, but let me know. I want to follow you on all your platforms. So congrats. It's 4 months. It's huge. It's a huge endeavor to take up the content creation game. It really is. It can be really rewarding, but also be really stressful. So credit to everybody out there doing it for real, for real. 3rd and 8. NC State almost at the 50-yard line. Kind of a stressful time here. We got to make a good decision. Play some coverage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get out there. Gosh, dang it. They convert the 3rd down. We're kind of slipping here into the first quarter. I feel like we've got control of the game, but it's not like it's in control, right? Like, I don't know. We're not cruising. 6 in the box. I'm going to bring Daniels down in case they try to get on this side. As they move the tight end over. There's the run right at us, and Daniels misses his hole. Sanders has to get over. He can't. Literally talking about controlling the game or not, and we miss our run lane. Can't track this slowest running back we've seen all season down, and NC State right in it. Gosh dang it. That was a frustrating one. Sometimes they don't really animate. You know, you control a user. I feel like I'm filling the hole with the safety that I'm controlling, and I'm hitting square, and he doesn't lock on anything. Either he dives wildly or he just never, like, goes into the animation. So, yeah, that's a frustrating one. We got some room here. If Smith can just break one tackle. Casey, come on. Your little man has a girlfriend in Canada now. That's so funny. Yeah, it's sweet. That's sweet. I hope someday to be able to link up with D-Box and Kristen in person. It'd be awesome. So I've messaged him about it next time he's in the States. See if we can do something. Have to hit him back right now on this next possession. I agree. Whoop! Oh, my God. Andrew Adams, you baller. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No. Don't do him like that, 3. Don't do him like that, 3. I see you. Andrew Adams. Are you kidding me? The redshirt freshman. That's probably my favorite run of his career. Insane. Jukes. Bouncing off people. Outrunning people. I mean, come on. Come on. My guy. We got to watch that. We got to watch that back. That is filthy. Oh, my gosh. We're not even going to see, like, the bulk of the play. It'll only let me rewind back to here, but obviously breaking off the tackle of a big defensive lineman. And then the wheels. We hit the juke. We get the read right, first of all. It's the zone read run with the quarterback. We make the right decision. We do a few jukes. We bounce off a tackler, and then it's wheels to the house for the current Heisman runner-up in terms of favorite. I don't know, man. Is the guy from Florida who's the current Heisman favorite, is he making that play? Give my man some oxygen, by the way. Andrew Adams. Wow. What a stud. Huge play. Huge play. Give us the lead right back. You can hear it. The Joan is fired up. They got the 7 Nation Army going. Oh, my God. Please tackle somebody. Greg Potts, their running back, turns it out 30 yards. Well, as I'm in the middle of talking about how our fans are fired up, we mess around and give up a nice return, but it's okay. We're chilling. Zone blitz here on first down. They're just outside the 30 to 32-yard line to start this drive. We're going to take Daniels. This is always dangerous to have the outside lane here if they run left, and they are running left. It's going nowhere. Aaron Sowell, number 1 linebacker in his recruiting class, the true freshman, gets a nice TFL here. They're trying these speed options. We have shut down all of the outside running in this first quarter. It's just been non-existent for them. So, I don't know. I don't know what the strategy is here. I'm just going to go a little cover 3. There's no way that they're going to continue to run the ball outside like this. I just don't see it. All right, play action pass. Uh-oh. Oh, Williams with speed. Oh, how is he not dead? Holy. He decides to tuck and run. We might have to QB spy in the second half here because this guy, oh, Matt Sullivan, deck him. I wish there was more fumbles, like genuinely. There's not enough fumbles in this game. Plenty of interceptions, but not enough fumbling. 3rd and 10. We're going to do some nickel. I'm going to keep it very vanilla. I'm going to make them beat us with their wide receivers here. Just put the pressure on them. Get the crowd fired up. I'm going to press the corners. They're throwing. Everybody's locked up. Throwing late back to the sideline. I don't know what the heck was going on. But Scott Ward's out there on the coverage. And it's incomplete. Going to set up a 4th and 10. Woo! DM has been sent. You look great, by the way. Dad life, keep you looking fresh. Thank you, Amara. I appreciate that. I did get some good sleep last night. Most of the nights, But I appreciate that. Thank you. Huge play there. Is there a slider for fumbles? There isn't. I wish there was a general turnover slider, like a randomness slider. I wish you could sort of tinker, just how random turnovers are in this game, whether it's tips, fumbles. You just don't see anything goofy like in real college football. Like, people make really dumb, boneheaded mistakes all the time with the football. Huge return there. 25 yards for Eric Love. I hope that's in the new game. That would be a request I have. A little more chaos. A chaos slider, if you will. Mistakes. People missing timeouts. Just the shit that goes kind of weird. Referees missing a spot. You think you've picked up a first down right at the sticks, and it's actually not because they messed up the spot. Come on, Casey. Come on, Casey. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Jesus. First of all, we don't get cleanly out of the backfield. We break a tackle. Now I'm locked in a stumbling animation, so we keep going backwards. I do try to reverse field, and then he just stumbles on his own. Like, 75% of that, I wasn't in control of the player. He just is in an animation. This game, something else. All right, let's see what we can do here. 2nd and 27. It's the start of the second quarter, by the way. We are into the second quarter. Ooh, don't you dare. We're going to keep Armstrong into block. We're going to see what we can get here on the left side. All right, that's a dangerous throw out to Chambers. Put it on his hip again. Minus 17-yard catch is not good for the stats. No, it does not help the stats. And we're facing a 3rd and 20. Jesus. I'm gonna try Y corner here. See if I can get Brennan Armstrong to the wide side of the field. I highly doubt they're gonna play man. So, I'm looking for Armstrong here. I got checkdowns on the cross. It is not man coverage, so let's. Oh my. No. Andrew Adams throws it high, forces Tommy to go into an animation, and we come up short. We got to punt it. I don't think I would have got the first down, but I damn sure would have loved a chance to do something. Maybe get to a spot where we can go for it on 4th, but literally nothing. Nothing working in our favor today so far. And this punt down to the 10. See, he's going to get a chance to return it. Goes to the sideline. Sullivan bumps him, but not fully. He does finally get knocked out, but 20-yard return. I thought we had a decent little coffin corner set up there, but could not really put him away on the sideline. So NC State's got it back. I think if we're aggressive with our defensive calls, we've got a chance to really shut these guys down today, but we'll see. We will see. I have to really insert some of these safeties into the run. That's the biggest thing. Oh, come on. See, that was a good example. Like, I'm strafing, I'm using Brown, and, like, I get close to him, but we never lock into an animation, so I have to dive. And the dive misses. So there's just little quirks about NCAA 14 that, I feel like your brain gets used to playing newer versions of Madden, and it just works that way, but NCAA 14 still has some issues. I do not love this at all. We got to play man coverage here. We're switching it up late, but I hate that. Yeah, I'm glad. We're all over that. You ain't going nowhere, baby. The late decision to play man was huge because we did not have anybody to cover that corner route that they tried to run. And Ron Davis, I think, is that 14 sacks on the season now? He's been insane. I mean, that's a bit of a cheapie. That's a TJ Watt type sack, right? Like, that's the kind of sack TJ Watt always gets, but still, he's been awesome. Awesome. I'm going to play some cover 3. I'm going to make it look like man. I'm going to fake the pressure. Fans are still getting jacked up. Looks like man coverage, but it's not. It's zone. They try to go with the screen off his back foot. Oh my God, tackle that man. Good D. All right, Eric Love slowed him down till we could rally. Spencer Houston with a 3-yard gain, but NC State, really not doing well as they continue to struggle. This feels like fake punt territory, doesn't it? Just kind of feels like they might try to fake something, so I'm going to go safe. I don't know. There's something. Let's smell it. Something's in the water. This is fun. I miss football. We don't talk about my birds. What are you, Philly? Philly fan? I think that's usually what they call the birds, or is that the Ravens? Eric Love. Beaston. 7 yards. A lot of work for 7 yards. Might need some tackle practice this week. For real. We definitely do. Having playable practice like in FIFA would be fun. That would be really fun. With some really meaningful mini drills, you know? FIFA does a great job with practice in that game. They really do. Practice is truly elite in FIFA. It really feels like applicable to what you end up doing in the game. So, okay, here we go. We're running left with Smith, but I hate this nickel safety, so I got to get him out of there with Chambers. I hope he follows. He does not, so this is going to be a busted play. There's just too many hats over there. Yeah, I could see that coming from a mile away. If that guy was in man coverage and he kind of scoots out, I would have had a lot more room to operate, but we're so late on the play clock, kind of had to just stick to it. So, anyway, it's all right. We've had so much success, I'm not super worried about it. Reverse pivot. I've never run this play before. Got 2 guys running straight at each other. Spring football is about to happen with the UFL. That's going to be awesome. I didn't watch a ton of the other league, but that is very cool, and I hope that it really comes together nicely. Jesus Christ, that play is ridiculous. And look at Brennan Armstrong. My God. 6'7", 255. What a beast. Turned a nothing play into something right there. Oh, my goodness gracious. Eagles fan. Okay, Amara, I see you. There we go. Shout out Jason Kelsey. Ohio's finest. Well, Cleveland Heights. 3rd and inches. We're going to run the ball here. Zone read. We are giving. Casey Smith in the hole, breaking tackles. Can we get a few blocks in? We can. Can we outrun the DB? We can. Let's go. 64 yards to the house for Casey Smith. Oh, my goodness. I didn't expect much on this play. It was a quarterback zone read. Smith sheds a tackle at the line, and then it's just speed, man. 94 speed. This guy got his feet. Look, watch. Ugh. He got like his left foot. Just kind of grabbed him, but he runs through it, and he's to the house. Man, that is a 3rd 60-plus yard touchdown in the last 2 games for Casey Smith, who has just completely changed the dynamic of this offense. I mean, insane. Quarterback zone read, so we're reading the defensive end there on the line. He shuffles his feet, so we know we're giving to Casey. We get great blocks at the front level, and it's all up to Casey. You break a tackle, and you can find some room. He sheds the tackle he needs. He picks up 1 extra block right there on the sideline, and then it's a foot race. Foot race to the house, and Smith wins that most of the time. Diving into the end zone. Making it happen. Oh, man, that's awesome. Hopefully, going up 21-7. Really good first half. This has been competitive. Some big plays. We haven't had any turnovers. Well, I did throw a pick. We've had 1 turnover. I wish there were more turnovers. That's something I always will hammer for this game. But this is fun. You guys having fun? I'm having fun. Let's go. 21-7. Didn't even know who the pass was until it was caught and you were running. Didn't know who the pass was to. Oh, the Brennan Armstrong play? Yeah, I didn't know who either. I barely knew who to throw it to. They literally almost decapitated each other. It was awful. Oh, man. No rushes for Potts in the second quarter. They've completely gone away from the run, and I think it's hurting them. I think I'm going to stay in nickel, but I don't love this. I'm going to bring a blitz. UFL starts March 30th. Oh, man, that's close. That's very close. I love that. Fans are still in it. Not running. They're throwing deep. Footsteps. My boy got scared. There we go. We're going to do a little zone blitz here. So much fun. Thank you for the shout out. I've missed this. Good, Amara. Thank you for hanging out. Kangwin, thanks for doing all the mod things. I appreciate you, my brother. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Get out there, Matt. Oh, no. I was spamming L1. I wanted him to reach up and swat so bad. Just a step short. Good play by them. First real throw downfield, I feel like, too. Houston makes the comeback route on the sideline. They pick up a much-needed first down. They need to get some momentum going. Like anything they can do, they need it right now. Out to the 40, 21-7, 4 minutes to go in the first half. This has been a fun one. Let's see, running to the right, I presume? Yes. Can we fill those lanes? And we do. Well done by the D. He gets 3, but that was much better rush defense from us. Kind of honoring our rush lanes. We've not done great today. 2nd and 7. I'm going to keep 3 linebackers on the field. Sullivan's had such a great day already. I'm going to shift the D-line left. Sullivan's responsible for the running back. Fill in the whole pots. Go sit down somewhere, boy. That was all user. That was all me just shuffling. Like I said, finally he kind of animated. Usually they don't. He just kind of stands there. I end up having to dive late because he never makes a play. It's just annoying. So, but hey, there we go. 3rd and 6. I'm going to give him a different look here. I'm only going to send 3, and I am going to play some cover 6 behind it and see if we can do something here. I got all these DBs on the field. I'm going to pinch the defense in. Sanders moves all the way over here. I'm going to use him. They're setting up the screen. Are we over there? Ryan Young slows him up. Nice play by Ron Davis, never quitting from the defensive end position. That's a hard play to defend. They probably had us, to be honest. They probably had us there on that screen, but luckily we've got 2 good of athletes to make the play. U.S. men's national team, CONCACAF Nations League final tonight. Beautiful. That was a great punt, by the way. That's their best player on the team, 88 overall punter. Fucking puts us at our 5. Jesus. Golly, dude. Okay. I don't want to get too tricky here, but I would love something a little interesting. Yeah, we're at the 3.5. God damn. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get crazy. Are they gonna press? They are gonna press. I know this is a little disorienting. I'm sorry. I'm sending streaks. Can we win off press? No. Oh my God, I thought Tommy Chambers was running a go route and he was running an in-breaker. Ugh. I was trying to send everybody on streaks. Anytime we get press coverage looks like that, I like to take shots, but nobody wanted the line of scrimmage, and then we almost threw the worst pick of all picks, to be honest. Good Lord. I'd watch any football game Kimbro commentates, even the Cowboys. I love it. I actually have really enjoyed commentating this series. Damn it. That's one thing I'm going to miss about not editing. And I might get back into editing, like, with the new game. Don't get me wrong. The reason I really kind of stopped editing was because I didn't have time, not because I didn't love it. I actually really enjoy commentating these games, recording them, and then putting together some commentary for it. I think it's really, really fun. So 3rd and 10. I'm not in a rush here with 2 minutes to go till halftime. We're going to run this ball, but this has been a mess. We're going to keep it. We have any blocks? We've got a few blocks. Adam, can he get to the line? Are we going to get the first? We are. What a huge play. Great job to cut back. Already has 100 yards rushing. Andrew Adams. We have not thrown the ball well at all, but that one was big time. Big time. Do I have any more emote slots? I'll have to look, Kangwin. I think there's room for me to put more emotes in. I do, but I have not checked in quite some time, so I will look and let you know. Got him in man. No one open. Gonna have to go. Gonna have to tuck and run. Get a few blocks. Slide down. I tried. He grabbed my shoes. 18 more yards for Adams, who can just do this to you. Well blocked up front. Everybody's covered. Just kind of got to buy some time. I was still looking to throw. But Adams, 18 yards and a first. Speaking of other sports, Summer Olympics. I'm excited for the Summer Olympics, to be honest. I'm not a huge, like, I never grew up playing any of the Olympic sports. So I'm not like a huge Olympic guy, but I definitely like watching the Olympics. So I'm looking forward to those this year. Casey Smith, injured with back spasms. He's got nicked up a few times this season, unfortunately. I'm going to send Cedric Britt on a go ball, too, see if we can contain that safety. Oof. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. No! How does this man grab my feet? No way. Only 3 yards. Adams is exhausted. We're going to take this timeout. We're going to keep Clemens in the game. Give Casey enough time. Even taking a timeout, Andrew has no energy. He is exhausted. My man's been running. He does have over 100 rushing yards in the first half. So, I mean, I get it. I totally get it, Andrew. So, you know, I'm a volleyball kind of girl. Yeah, volleyball's fun. Love volleyball. That's a great summer sport to watch. Oh, Jesus. I got to tuck. Ooh. Ooh. I swear, I juked him. No, Adams is hurt. There's no way you're holding your arm, Andrew. Come on. We got to play with the true freshman, Roy Morris. Hopefully it's not too serious with Adams. That was frustrating. I swear I juked that guy. I don't know. 3rd and 2 with a minute to go. Are we throwing it here? Are we throwing it here? Or we're running it here? We've got to run it here. I can't trust the true freshman in a spot like this. Good run by Clemens. Way to find some room. Going to take that second timeout. Coach Mayo at the midfield stripe. We do not have a kicker, remember. We've got sort of a peg leg back there. Nobody who can bomb it. So we're going to have to come up with something creative here. Try to get some more yards. I'm not opposed to testing the middle of the field. And I'm also not opposed to a smash concept to the sideline. Oof. I'm going to run curls, see if I can get a tight end. Let's see what they got. Okay. Middle field closed. So let's take Matthews on a zig route. Let's see what we can do. Nope, nowhere to go. Gotta run, gotta slide. I gotta go fast. Roy Morris, get up. I'm holding triangle. We gotta go fast. We gotta go fast. I'm trying to preserve that timeout. We'll call verticals here. I like this. This isn't bad. Let's see what we got going on. Keep Casey Smith in to pass protect. Let's go. What a throw. Oh, Roy! The true freshman airmails it. No. Oh, man. Strained pec. Nah, you got to sit through halftime. There's no reason to bring you out right now. 3rd and 3. Where are we? Are we anywhere near? That was a touchdown pass. That was a touchdown pass, and Roy Morris, the true freshman, fucking blows it. I'm going to run a counter here. I got 1 timeout left. I'm going to run this counter right at this overhang player. There's the first. Casey falling forward. We're going to take the timeout. Oh, boy. 100 yards in the first half. 2 scores for Casey Smith as well. It's been a good first half showing by the boys. Okay. I'm trying to cook up something. We got to go to the sidelines if we're throwing. I would love to get a little closer for a kick. So what can we cook? Like a little 2x2. Okay, let's try this. We got an in and up called on Taylor. I'm going to send Armstrong to the sideline. I'm going to keep Casey Smith. I'm going to send Casey right up the middle. So there's our pre-play snap. Let's see what we got. Oh, Jesus. I got people flying all around me. Roy's got some room. He's out of bounds. 14 yards. What a play by the true freshman. Beautiful. Man, that was stressful, and I think we're in range to kick it. 36 yards should be well within Manny Seymour's range. Make sure we line this thing up. Wind is moving to our left. Oh, it's in there. I did aim it up, but he almost missed that. All right. Tack R3 on 24-7. Likely the score going into halftime. He should be within range. He almost made that a mess. That guy's got such a noodle for a leg, I swear. I have to use the punter on kickoffs. That's how bad it is with Manny Seymour, the kicker. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Roy making his debut. Roy's okay. 75 overall, true freshman Roy Morris. He misses that throw to Chambers, which probably scores a touchdown. The We didn't help him out getting any separation the rest of the way, but he's okay. I can handle Roy Morris. First half clips, the Casey Smith show. Adams also, of course, huge run. Tough throw there by Adams. That one, again, I don't really. If my buddy Ricky was in the chat right now, he would tell me that INT was my fault. I will go to my grave. He has separation when I go to throw. My man throws it inside and late. Good first half, though. Good first half by the boys. We responded. 271 rush yards to just 57. 10 minutes of time of possession and a turnover, but can't get the throw. Can't get the pass game off the ground. I mean, we're stuck. So, got to come out in the second half and be better. Let's see if Adams will be back in the game or not. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I am not going to bring... Yes, I am going to bring this out. We got the lead. Got a couple blocks. Eric Love running in molasses. I don't know what happened to his legs. He literally was running so slow. I was holding the sprint button the entire time. Wasn't doing nothing. Adams is back in the game. I'm not going to get too crazy. I think we're going to keep it pretty vanilla here for a minute. This is a jet sweep. Jet sweep to Tommy Chambers. See if we can get outside. Good blocks. Picked up a few. Tripped up from behind. It's all right. I like mixing it up. I like kind of having a variety of different looks. We run it inside. We run it outside. One thing I haven't done a lot of is a lot of the screens today, and I'd like to get some more screens going. So in second and medium, see what kind of coverage they come out. Everybody is close to the line of scrimmage, so we are going to check to a run. The zone read, space everybody out. Should be a good play. Okay, Adams on the run. We're going to slide. Play it safe, Andrew. Jesus. Please take care of yourself with the strained pec. Surprised he didn't feel any slower, so not too worse for the wear, but got to make some smart decisions here. Mike says, no problem. You're fun to hang out with. I appreciate that, man. I have a good time doing this, and I've always had so much fun with my community. I originally started, Mike, I don't know if you knew this. I originally started on Twitch, playing some games like Fortnite, doing some stuff, and I developed an amazing community, a ton of really great friendships and relationships. So I feel like the vibes are always in a good place whenever we get together. So I'm glad you're enjoying yourself and hanging out. Hopefully it's entertaining. Hopefully you're having some fun. And I appreciate you guys being here with me. Oh my goodness. Lob to Taylor with the spin to the house. Chandler Taylor. The run after catch. Nasty. Oh my God, that guy's ankle literally snapped. Did you see that? Oh my God. Yikes. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So we're in shotgun. We've got double slants from the right. Nobody's open anywhere else. And I was like, okay, if I buy a little time, Taylor's got a step. Let's put it out there for him. We do. He runs underneath it. He's got more speed than anybody. And then just on a dime. And this man is dead. Somebody sniped his ankles. His ankles are gone. Oh, diving into the end zone. That's got to be the thumbnail, I think. This man losing his ankles. I got to come up with a good angle, but like that's incredible right there. Right there. Come on. Oh yeah. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. I'm trying to center everybody. I like that. I like that a lot. When we do the VOD, we're gonna put that right there. Holy. I don't think I've ever killed a computer player that bad with a spin move. That was filthy. Chandler Taylor's got a bright future, man. William Matthews and Tommy Chambers are probably gone after this year, and like we've been desperate to have a speedy, like, just run after the catch side. It's been a long time since we've had a wide receiver with real legit speed. Everybody's kind of possession. Oh, God damn. Woo. Aaron Soul. But yeah, so Taylor's the future, man. I think he's a sophomore. And he's just starting to get some real playing time, and he's He's fun. He is very fun. He is very fun. Killed him too. Yes, that guy. Again, like that. Can I get a fumble? I would be down with less hit sticks if we could just get some fumbles. Nobody fumbles in this game ever. Everybody's covered there, right? Oh, and he slides down as I try to hit stick him. Damn it. The true freshman Williams picks up what he can, gets down safely. Smart play, smart play. Give him credit, give him credit. I'm gonna start zone blitzing this guy because I don't think he is really feeling it. I'm just gonna sneak Daniels into the box here. Okay, there we go. Oh, I saw that a mile away. I couldn't get over there. Quick slants hits us. Houston's got a few. Another first down. It's a good response drive so far. NC State, tuck and run when you can. Now looking at a little throw back. 37 yards. I mean, they're just doing nothing through the air. This is a dangerous play. We're press coverage. We're going. Everybody wins outside. Late to the sideline. It's going to be dropped. That's also been not great. He's not had a ton of help from his wide receivers. They haven't done a great job for him. All right, 2nd and 10. We did a little alteration here. We have actually Sanders out here playing corner, or playing safety, so it's kind of an interesting play. Soul. Oh, Brown losing contain. I hate that. 4 yards. Make it a 3rd and medium. Did they ever come out of the game for ankles being lost? No. I wish they would. There's not enough injuries in this game, and there's not enough chaos. That's the best way I can describe it. They need more of both desperately. So I would love to see more injuries. Like, football's a game of injuries, and, like, we never have anybody hurt for real. Like, I don't think we've ever even had in 6 seasons anybody be lost for the season due to injury. So that's something I hope is in the new game is more realistic injuries, and then, of course, chaos, like actual craziness happening. It was a good stand by the D there. We tightened up, gave up a couple of first downs, and then got some pressure, forced them to check it down, and then an incompletion on 3rd. And they're punting it, and their 88 overall punter shanks one. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's what I'm talking about. Like, obviously, punters shank the football, even if they're good punters. Like that. More of that from everybody. Like, even if I time it up and I have a good punt, or a good field goal, we should have some shanks, some just general like chaos built into the system. Oh, Casey. Jesus. Blocking is a wild mess. 96 is a monster with his neck roll. Guy's huge. I don't know how we broke the first tackle. Golly. I don't know what happened. That play should have been just fine. I thought we had the numbers advantage. Maybe they blitzed. I don't know, but that man did us dirty. I have not run a lot of play action today yet either, so I'm gonna try to steal a few back. Yeah, Holder fumbles on field goal tries, missed extra points. Just like there's just nothing random ever happens in this game. Look at Casey go. 7 yards. He's mad. Gets tripped up. Good run. He only has 9 carries. We've only run the ball 9 times with him. He's doing work. All right, here. This is a good combo play. This is called stick. We've got curls, we've got out routes, we've got slants, and we've got a goal ball up the sidelines. We'll see what's open. Oh, I'm late. Get down. Get out of bounds. Oh, 4th and inches. Are we sure Andrew didn't get there? I mean, are they really going to stop us? And if they do, are they even going to be able to make anything happen? We got to kind of run this one, right? 4th and short. I'm not even going to run like anything tricky. This is just going to be a little power play. It's 4th and inches. They don't even have anybody at the line of scrimmage. If we blow this, man, First down. Jesus. Players fighting each other. Yeah, exactly. All the chaos in the world. The game just really needs something. I'm sure that no EA Sports and the NCAA aren't gonna sign off on players fighting, but suspensions, stuff. Just stuff needs to happen. Nice job, Cedric Britt. I need to get 88 the ball more, man. He's been really good. 12 yards per catch today. 10 of 12 for Andrew Adams. I didn't realize he's been that efficient. Doesn't feel like it. I guess we haven't really we have the turnover, but we haven't really had a lot of incompletions. So, 2nd and 5, empty set. There we go, wide open. Finding room, Tommy Chambers. They're not running a lot of man, so they've had a few plays of man, but look at that. Just opens up nicely as we've got somebody in the flat, somebody over the deep third, and Tommy's just sitting out there. Beautiful. Kangwin knows, says that was too close. Yeah, the 4th and inches, I don't want to run that. I don't want to run that back. That was scary. That was scary. I think we're going to go into chew clock mode here. This game feels very much in control now. There's no reason to prolong it as we roll forward, pick up 8. Casey, 121 yards, 2 scores. And there's not really a reason to, have Adams and Smith out there longer than they need to be already. So, all right, here's what we're going to try here. Let's see. If we get single high coverage, which we do, we got Ross and Walker potentially on this play action, maybe coming open. Nobody's open. We're going to throw this one away. Man coverage, they finally lock us up. Nobody gets some separation. Unfortunate. I like the play. I felt good about that. That was the right time to call something like that, but nowhere to go. We're going to go a little read option here with the Y lead. Tight end coming across. Read this left defensive end. See if we can make a play. Casey apparently gets the first down. I don't know, man. If I were them, I'd be... Nah, I mean, there's no reason to challenge it, but wow. Got lucky there, too. We're just sort of calling some short routes, calling some small plays. Nice and easy. We've scored every time we've been in the red zone today, so that's good. Love to see that. Ross to the sideline, easy. Good juke. Flag. I bet they're going to call Casey Smith for a hold.
Holding offense. Still first down.
That's been happening to me the last handful of games. I've adjusted the pass blocking to aggressive, and that's been happening a lot. It's always Casey Smith in pass protection getting called for a holding. It's annoying as shit. Didn't even know the refs had flags. That's, again, I'm sure they don't want their game to be littered with flags, but the game needs flags. There needs to be pass interference. There needs to be holds. There needs to be illegal procedures. There needs to be false starts. I mean, there's just not enough of most things. And so that's partially why these games get so out of hand with the score. There's just not enough going on. There's a big hole. We're going to slide down. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Just needed to pick up the yardage and duck down. Feels like we're doing a good job, knock on wood, managing the end of this game. Not a lot of plays in the playbook that are dangerous, if you will. Just trying to keep it really, really straightforward. 3rd and inches here, though. And there's a big old hole for Smith. Does he find his way in? He does. Bulldozing. 9-yard touchdown, Casey Smith. Fighting through the back spasms. Let's go. The disappointed told you so long glare into the camera. I know, man. It's the worst. Thundercast, what's up, brothers? Good to see you guys. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, just like when you're 86 episodes deep into this series, you kind of get the vibe from NCAA14, but it is what it is. The game is still fun. I still enjoy it. Another studio update. Start of the 4th, and Clemson. What? 3-6 Clemson giving Syracuse all they can handle as they are getting deeper and deeper into that one. I don't know. Syracuse better not blow their chance at the 12-team playoff, losing to a really, really bad Dabo Sweeney Clemson team. That would be insane if they blew that one. So we'll check in on that at the end if we don't get any more studio updates. Good run here out to the 25, McCollum. 460 total yards to just 100. They've had 27 plays. They're only able to manage 4 first downs. That's obviously been like the biggest thing for our program is we've just turned into just a ridiculous defensive football team. That's insane. So, crazy. Mike, what's going on? You should, speaking of, you should go check out the episode that they had me on for. It is a match made in heaven, and the fellas there are amazing, and we talked all things NCAA football and my experience, my history with the team and the series. It was a great episode, so definitely go subscribe, everybody, to the Thundercast. Those guys talk amazing shop about all things Marshall, and they're just stand up humans, man. Just as nice as they come. So yeah, definitely go check that out, Mike. That was a really fun episode. I think we filmed it maybe early 2023, I want to say. It sounds about right. It was a good time. Paul Stratton out there going for the strip. Tracking down Potts. Nice play by defensive tackle 2 as we are just sniffing out all of they have nothing going on. They can't do anything. Screens aren't working. They're unable to do a traditional drop back passing game. We're kind of all over them. So I think here at the start of the 4th, we'll get some depth into the game. No reason to risk anybody else. 1 of 7 on 3rd down, and now facing a 3rd and 20, which is not where you want to be. Let's see if they try to throw it downfield. Well, it looks like they're looking. Oh my God, it's fumbled. Sack fumble. Brett Williams, the true freshman, holding it too long. They give it to Ron Davis again. Another sack. I didn't even see the play. I was playing defense. Oh, this is a Tyrone Hooper sack fumble? It sure is. 55 laying the big smack on the quarterback. Ball comes out. And then I think Ron Davis eventually makes the play. But, oh. Goodness gracious. The Joan is rocking. That's the end of the 3rd. This is good times in Huntington. Chandler Taylor's beautiful touchdown. Our boy Casey Smith making the play, and Hooper with the sack fumble. October 2022. Okay, perfect. Penguin was all over it. Yes, looked it up. Thank you, brother. It was a good time. I really had a lot of fun, and very kind of those guys to think enough of me to have me on. That was a fun episode. I would love to come back and talk more. It was very cool. Very, very cool as we'll try to return this punt. Shoe clock is on. Big lead heading into the 4th for the boys. Let's make it happen. Been a subscriber since they only had 200. Now they're at 470. That's awesome. They've been doing such a good job. It's really hard to navigate social media in today's world, and if you can figure out a way to carve out a niche, man, that is what it's all about. Eric Love, good return. Beautiful. Beautiful, and we're kind of in range to make it happen. Well, I don't want to mess up your guys' flow. You know, I respect all the work you guys are doing outside of football. But if we want to run it back with another episode, I definitely would be down. Talk about what's the future of the game now that we know that there's a real game. I think hypothetically we were speaking October 2022. I don't know if anything had been announced officially. So maybe after the game comes out, we can talk in depth about the game in Marshall and everything like that. I think that would be perfect. That would be perfect.
Man left. Three down.
Morris and the backups in the game now. Just looking to run the offense. Nothing too crazy. Get some of these guys some action. Clemens breaking some tackles. Keeping his feet 12 yards. Look, it's good to see Jeff Clemens make some plays. You know, little history. Jeff Clemens was the first 4-star running back that we recruited in the off-season episode of season 2. He committed to us in that episode, and he hasn't developed. You know, if you guys haven't been following closely, we do the tool, the dynasty tool in this game, and so the off-season stats are made up, and you know, they kind of are not generated by the computer, but generated by the tool instead, and it's a little more realistic. There's a lot more chaos to it. Guys develop, guys who you aren't expecting to develop suddenly pop. It kind of goes all over, and it's really cool. And Jeff Clemens has kind of been the long-term, like, you know, I don't know. He's been unlucky. He's not been able to have a lot of success after the tool. I think there's been multiple seasons where Clemens hasn't gone up at all, or has gone up like 1 point when guys around him in the depth chart at running back have been going up like, 10 points or whatever. So kind of tough scenes for Clemens, but he's getting a lot more playing time this season, which has been fun to see. So are you confirming you're playing as Marshall? I honestly haven't put a ton of thought into what I'm going to do on the new game in terms of teams. I've had such a blast, engaging with the Marshall fans and everybody. Get Morris do his thing. Beautiful blocking up front, by the way. Offensive line on the left side especially. Look at these guys lock them up. I wanted to scramble, and I said, nope, I've still got some room, so let's go up inside, get what we can. But he powers his way through Roy Morris. Let's go. Beautiful. Tacking on more points. But yeah, I haven't thought too much about what I'm going to do with the new game. Maybe there's a world where we play 2 series. We do something over here with somebody new, and then we kind of run it back with Marshall. I don't know. I haven't really decided. It depends on, how we feel about the game and where we can take it. But maybe we do something like a little bit more of a real rebuild and we end up at Marshall or something. That'd be cool too, right? Like we start somewhere in the D2 range or FCS school. I don't know. It's all going to depend on what the game does, right? And how popular it is and, what kind of features they have. I think that all kinds of versions would be pretty fun. So here we go. Backups in the game on D as well. Jackson and the boys at linebacker, they're running the screen play. We're out there trying to slow it down. Grant Jordan roams over. I mean, the screens in this game, they're not what they need to be. They hit every now and then, but by far too often is the defensive tackle too alert. Like 96 doesn't even fall for that at all and has like crazy speed to get over and shut that down. So they're kind of just stuck. So unfortunate for them. We're not even doing anything crazy. I haven't been blitzing or doing anything. I'm just kind of sitting back. Once a herd, always a herd. Well, I appreciate that. I'm definitely forever changed by the experience of using Marshall and getting to know people and just kind of getting to know everything about the program. Williams on the run. Can Barry get there? He does trip him up. Gets a couple yards, but nice play by Barry to run him down. That's a fast guy, 87 speed, man. I'm down for a Kimbroplays reaction to the new game. That sounds like so much fun. We should absolutely do that. We will definitely get in touch. I think I saw July, late July, mid-July, so won't be too long. Can't believe it. Oh, no. He threw it straight up. I was expecting him to come across. I saw this guy coming late back across the middle. I was using the safety, but he throws him upfield instead of across. That was a really good throw. He threw him towards the hash marks, and I was kind of expecting him to come across me in front. Damn. Get a couple garbage yards on a pass there, but that's all right. That's all right. We're doing all right. Is this our first time across the 50? No, they scored a touchdown, but it feels like it. They have not been able to move the ball at all. As Williams looks to run again, Jordan gets the sack. Technically, it's for no yards, but Grant Jordan having a nice little time as he fights through 2 blockers there. And look at that. Sneaks a thigh pad and is able to get the quarterback down. Really good play there. This is a fun little look. We got 7 guys in the box. 3 down line, 4 up. It's pretty cool. Is this Chris Suggs, the running back in at linebacker? What is happening? Why is 29 on the field defensively? People are predicting the last week of July since that's when the old ones were released. Yeah, that's probably exactly right. That's probably exactly right within the time frame that we can all expect it. As soon as I get the release date, as soon as we see it somewhere, I'm probably going to take time off of work. I mean, I kind of have to. Like, there's no way. Why is Suggs in the game at linebacker? What is actually happening? He's plenty athletic, but what the heck? That was a nice play there. I don't even know who that was. Montgomery? No, he wouldn't have been out there for that. I don't think we brought pressure, but hey, we shut him down there. We're going to have to play some man coverage here. I think I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm just going to play 2-man under. Nothing too fancy. Got the deflection at the line of scrimmage, forcing a 4th and 6. This is... I mean, come on. This is it. Deep down the sideline. Or I should say up the middle. Sanders swats it down. Chris Suggs, the freshman running back, playing a little 2-way little cornerback action. Sanders jumps up, makes a play. I guess Suggs was an athlete. He might have some defensive skills. Sanders really needs to make that catch, man. Squeeze the ball, you bum. Squeeze it. Another guy who's been hindered by the unfortunate nature of the dynasty tool. Mario Sanders has been just terrible. Not terrible, but certainly underwhelming. I mean, I expected him to be in the 90s by now, and he's like a low 80s corner. Clemens running into his own quarterback, juking a few too many times. We had room here, and then just ran right into Morris, slowed ourselves down. But picking up 5, we're obviously just kind of managing the offense here, not doing anything too crazy. Just kind of going through the playbook a little bit. We haven't ran any strong flood, so I'll see if we can do anything with that. Let's see. Go to Clemens here. Fighting forward, breaking tackles, Jeff Clemens. That's a nice little play there, huh? Love that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, DeBig, what's going on? So the recruiting is modified too, right? So I've just been letting the game make players. I haven't used the Dynasty tool to create a draft class or a recruiting class. I've just been using whatever was standard with NCAA14. I would love to get some sort of tool going, though. That would be so fun. But I've not done any mods with the recruiting at all. I haven't touched it at all. It's just been whatever the game was going to do. So we may have, I don't even want to say we've cheesed anything. I'm trying to think. There's not any tricks I've applied. I haven't done anything crazy at all. I've just kind of played the game straight up in terms of recruiting, which has been fun. As the clock is ticking, I am excited to have like NIL and stuff in the game, though. Like the next game, I think is going to be really interesting. A real true transfer portal. Like early on in this Marshall Dynasty, like what would it have looked like with guys actually transferring, right? And coming in and coming out. Like I know in real life, the Marshall program has a ton of transfers. So I think that would be very interesting to see, and I hope it's done well in the new game for sure. As we continue to chew clock, protect ourselves, just kind of run the offense. Morris doing a good job. Nothing too dangerous. College football is a lot more fun because the local communities and towns get involved. I completely agree. It's a huge sport, but it's also very regional, and I think that is very fun. I love that about college football, and you've got these really amazing towns that are really just college towns, and it's the only thing people care about. It's just so fun. Oh, no. I hate that. I hope they get rid of that, too. That's not supposed to be a tunnel screen, but Walker's animation brings him to the ball. Look. He just catches the ball forward at us instead of, like, up the field. Oh, I'm mad. I'm sad. I plan on getting 25. We can lock in and get some content going. That'd be awesome. Yeah, that's another thing. We were talking earlier about what the content's going to look like on the channel for NCAA 25, and there's so many options. A creator league would be really fun, right? I'd love to stream the game and play against other content creators and stuff. There's so much that's going to be out there that we're going to be able to enjoy and look at as we pile it on. We didn't get to the end zone. I thought for sure Clemens was going to score. This is a great read. Good cutback. Great blocking downfield. Had 3. A big old convoy moving right in front of him. He just doesn't have that blast. No, the breakaway speed is missing on him, but I'm going to special teams it here, and we're just going to kneel it out. No reason to go crazy on him. But yeah, I'm gonna love to link up with creators and figure out what we do with Marshall and our story, and how does the story cross over with Marshall at all. And ultimately, me personally, I have not played, and I will want to play the new game with my favorite school, right? I'm an incredibly huge Ohio State fan. So do we do like a Ryan Day rebuild on the channel, right? Would do something like that. I think that would be really interesting. So I'll workshop it. I'll definitely workshop it with you guys and see what we should do. We'll talk a lot about it. So 142 yards, 3 scores for Casey Smith. Am I going to get it on PC or PS5? I think right now they have only confirmed it'll be on console. So if it comes out on PC, I actually think that will be my preference because it'll be easier for me to make content on. If I do it on PS5, I've got to get the PS5 hooked up, and I've got to sort of do stuff in OBS. It would be easier, more straightforward if I can get it on PC, but Obviously, if it only comes out on PS5, on console, I'm going to have to do what I got to do. I'm not going to miss it. So, big OSU fan too. Much love. Yeah, man. The Buckeye pride runs deep, and it's going to be really hard to have a new game out and only have my content creator hat on and not do something with Ohio State. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do. We'll see. You guys will be involved, though, of course. I'll obviously be talking to you guys a lot about what we're going to do and how we're going to set it up. This spin move by Chandler Taylor, oh my God, that is still so filthy. That was awesome. I loved that play. 45-7, the final score as we flip through some of these photos. I hope they also do that better. The presentation elements at the end. I like the slow-mo replays. That's fun, but man, we need something like substantial, to be honest. Something real. So, let me get my my stuff going again here. Got my Spotify pulled up. I don't want to mess up the stream, so I'm going to see if I can keep it moving here. It's playing through my phone. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're back. Thank you guys for hanging out, by the way. I'll kind of buzz through the end of the episode here, but let's check out some quick stats and then we'll move on. 45-7. NC State did not put up much of a fight at all. This was really lopsided. 500 yards to just 125. We ran for 400 as a team. Jesus. 5 scores. Only threw for 140. I mean, the rushing is insane right now. We locked them down. 2 of 10 on third. We had 81%. We were just a buzzsaw, to be honest. And the only trip to the red zone we didn't score was the kneel. So we do lose the turnover battle for the first time in like years. We've been on such a run not turning the ball over and beating the other team. 24 minutes of time of possession. Just an absolute ass kicking straight up. I'll quickly look at the player stats. Only 124 yards passing, a pick, and a touchdown for Andrew. He was great, though. Adams has been so solid. Rushing. The 140 and 160 tandem. That's insane. Just averaging 10 yards every time we run the ball with these guys. 4 total touchdowns combined between Adams and Smith. I actually think Smith will take over Adams' spot in the Heisman race this week. It'd be kind of insane. Even with minus 17 receiving. Chambers and Britt are leading receivers, both tied with 3 catches. Didn't have a lot going on in the passing game. Didn't need it, right? We just obviously dominated. 5 pancakes from Thomas. 3 from Armstrong. Thomas having a fucking hell of a year. He's been awesome too. Defensively, 6 tackles for Sullivan leads the way. 3 TFLs for Hooper. 2 sacks for Hooper. 1 sack for Sullivan, Davis, Jordan, and Johnson. We didn't turn them over, but the boys were good today. They were very good today. That was fun. That was fun. I'm excited for the new game to also get more competitive, right? Like, I'm really expecting the computer to take us to the brink sometimes and really challenge us, but we'll just see. We just got to see what it looks like. So let's see. Louisville beating up on Wake, 14 points. We play those guys next. Pretty straightforward. Any other scores of interest? Not really. Miami loses to Va Tech. UNLV gets Nevada. That's pretty much it. Let's see. Game stats. We looked at this. Players of the game. Yeah, that's about right. The Dusty Robinson INT that I threw is just make me so mad. That was a frustrating and silly law interception that I threw. The Clemson game, yes, good call. We got to check on the Clemson game. I actually have to go through the whole process of the next week. Like I gotta advance us forward before it'll show us the game. So let's do that first. I just saved the game, double save just in case, and let's advance to week 13 at Wake Forest up next. That'll be the next stream. And to be honest, depending on time, I might actually do the Wake Forest game and the Louisville game together because both teams are horrible. I really want to get us to the postseason. We'll see. I might do one episode. I might do one game in the episode. I might do 2. We'll just see how time goes. But yeah, that's what's up next. Already into week 13, which is insane. Hopefully we get some commits. We had 10 guys visiting today, right? So we gotta check out what's going on here. 10 guys on visits. Hopefully we see a few booms. We had the 2 best linebackers in the entire class on campus, and we get one of them. That's huge news. So we get the commit from 81 overall, number 1 middle linebacker, Travis Alford. Excuse me. 81 overall right defensive end, Marcus Wilson commits. I don't even think he was the one who was close, right? I don't know. That was insane. That's huge. And then Young liked his visit. Gilliam liked his visit. Pope liked his visit. We get a commit from Jeff Huff, who I think is a 3-star left tackle. I'll look at him in a second. Huge commitment. We get Huggins, who's an athlete. They mark him as a quarterback. We'll see, maybe. But that's a huge one. So 4 guys today. Williams and Tyree are still in battles. Kurt Alexander also commits. So that's 5 in one day. 6. We get another at the bottom. Matthew Sutherland. What? 6 commits in 1 week. I mean, I guess that's a huge ranked win at home. Holy, Cedric Huff, kind of a backup guy, plus 900 visit. He had a great time. So that's insane. 6 commits. We might be out of scholarships. I got to go look. We got to dive into these guys. So, okay, let's look. Alfred Wilson, Huff, Huggins, Alexander, and Sutherland. I'm trying to remember so we can take a look. Damn. We've been on a tear in recruiting. So, that's insane. And we got to go look. Let's go take a look. First, let's look at the score. Before I forget, let's go check out that Clemson game. Well, that's this week. I was going to say, what happened there? Okay. Last week's games. Let's look at week 12 in the top 25. Marshall gets the big win. Huge. LSU beats Louisiana Tech. TCU gets the win. Wisconsin, huge over UCLA. We saw this score. Pitt dominates Georgia Tech. Massive. Arkansas wins over Mississippi State. Akron keeps it rolling against the Buffs. Oklahoma State. My Buckeyes squeak out a rivalry win versus Penn State, 35-32. We saw the North Carolina score, 35-31. That's crazy. Cal up to number 7 in the big game. Love that logo. Check that out in the middle. That's awesome. They get the win over Stanford. Kansas State gets the big win over Kansas in the rivalry as well. Michigan beats Rutgers. What was Rutgers ranked? No, they weren't. Michigan's ranked. Illinois over Indiana. So the Illini keep it rolling. Damn. Notre Dame drops another one, this time at home against Kentucky. That's a tough loss, man. I'm sorry for Notre Dame. Nebraska sneaks away from Minnesota. Only 3-win Minnesota, 27-26. Clemson gets it done. Wow. 4-6 Dabo now at home. Holds on to get Syracuse 21-14. Man, that sucks for Syracuse. They really deserved a better outcome than that, man. They've played good football in this series, and they lose it. Army in the Mountain West, big win over Wyoming. Boston College picks up a nice win against ranked Florida State. Wow, I did not see this. Bill O'Brien's team gets it done 35-31. And then the last ranked game, Washington beats down on Oregon State. So there was week 12. Lots of interesting plot sort of storylines there. I guess we can look at the college football rankings and see how everything shook out, because there were some upsets there. So Marshall, Florida, Wisconsin, Pitt now up to number 4. Were they at 4? They were at 4. So the top 4 does not change. Top 5 doesn't change. North Carolina is still in there at number 5. Nebraska's in there. Cal moves up a few spots, so they're up to number 7. The Illini hold on. Georgia Tech slides down to number 9 after losing to Pitt. NC State slides down to 10 after losing to us, so they're still very much in a position to be able to make the 12-team playoff. Kansas State up a few spots. They're now in playoff range. Same with TCU, so very interesting. Let's check out the last couple who aren't in yet. Penn State's probably out now, losing to Ohio State. Army is just on the outside looking in. I don't know how hard their schedule is going to be, but you never know. A championship, a conference championship win might be enough to do it. So Akron and Army right there on the border, which is pretty wild. So Bama was idle. Syracuse, oh, that hurts. That hurts. Sliding out of the top 12. Lost to a bad Clemson team. In Florida State, their last chance to hang on and make it in, backdoor their way into the playoff, and they drop a very winnable game to BC, unfortunately, and Notre Dame slides with a big loss to Kentucky. So that is the top 25. Insane week, insane scores, man. Holy. Okay, let's look. we got to start with the top classes. Where are we? I think easily number one, up to 20 commits. Ole Miss right there with us with 20 as well. Now 2 5-stars, 13 4-stars, 5 3-stars. So, 75% of our class is a 5 or 4-star, which is unreal, man. We've just been absolutely crushing it on the trail. Nebraska's the only other team with multiple 5-stars, and no one else is in double digits on the 4-star tip. So, just Coach Mayo just killing it on the trail. We've just been dominating. Okay, let's look at who has committed. We'll just kind of go through the class in total. Mike Newton, we already knew in the class. Not really in play for Fred Thomas. Not really that interested. Kurt Alexander is our newest guy in the wide receiver room. So we targeted 3 guys. We inked all 3. It's an interesting class. Grant Kelly was the first guy, best guy, 4-star, kind of a possession guy. We go after TJ McCray. He ended up committing last episode. Big body, 6'6", 220. And I think you guys saw this, maybe you didn't, 95 speed. So an absolute like Megatron type body. He can't catch the ball, 62, and he can't run any routes. Well, he's okay at running routes, but no acceleration. Like, it takes him forever to get up to top speed, and he can't catch it once he's up there. So we'll see. A bit of a project, but I've never had those kind of measurables before I had to go after him. Kurt Alexander's the newest guy. So a 4-star. Interesting. 6'1", 196, another possession-style receiver. +5 gym up to a 74, which is cool. So he's got probably decent potential. 87 speed, 96 acceleration. Probably going to work in the slot. 90 route running. 85 spec catch. Absolutely a slot guy from day one. 63 catch, needs to work on it, but that guy's got some serious wiggle in terms of like running routes and getting out of breaks. It's going to be crazy. So, yeah, he's going to be awesome. I like Kurt Alexander. Might take him a couple seasons to get on the field to get his overall up, but the parts that really matter in terms of getting separation, he's going to be just fine. He commits to us over Pitt and NC State, basically an ACC kid. So Kurt Alexander is in the class. We're in the hunt for McCutcheon. We already have 78 overall Ryan Allen, the JUCO, in the mix at tight end. We get a huge commitment this week from Jeff Huff. 3-star tackle, 6'3", 286 from Virginia. The number 18 tackle in the class. He's a run blocker. We're also in great position for Pope, who is also a stud. So 2 really solid tackles would be amazing in this class. +7 gym up to a 79 overall, 87 strength, 90 acceleration, 80 pass block, 85 run block. Absolutely, I will take that out of any 3-star any day. So Pope is also similar. They're very, very similar players, better run blockers than they are pass blockers, about the same in terms of strength and acceleration and speed. So not a lot separating either of these guys, even though their stats are different, off by 1 overall. So we'll see. I don't know who's going to play left tackle. I guess maybe the bigger guy, 6'3", 280, 6'5", 320. So I don't know. We'll see. If we're able to ink Pope, maybe Jeff Huff starts on the right side, and we'll just kind of go from there. But that is an awesome signing. Love that. Big time, big time. Sutherland, depth guard. We get him, a 3-star guy, 6'2", 280. So undersized, long-term project. Just needed some more bodies in there at guard, as we've got a couple guys going to the into the draft here pretty soon. 67 overall, but decent strength, decent acceleration, and a good run blocker. So he could see himself onto the field maybe as a junior, something like that. I could see him a couple years into the program, maybe get him into the low 80s and get him onto the field. Decent little return on Damian Brown, who was in for a visit. 1,180 points for his visit. We're in a battle with NC State, which is pretty wild. So we'll see how that turns out. I'll adjust his points. I might go after him. I got to check and see how many numbers we got. We're now in the lead for Kevin Gilliam, who visited, loved his trip, 1330. Damn, that is really good. It's just us and USC for the 4-star pass rusher from Smyrna, Georgia. And we do add Marcus Wilson to the mix. 6'5", 246, the number 2 defensive end in the class. 4-star from Michigan. We take him out of Big Ten country. He chooses us over Michigan, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and Florida. This was a weird one because I thought for a minute we weren't going to be able to get this guy. He's got a deal breaker on program tradition, which, first of all, we've just won back-to-back national titles, so what are we talking about? But 81 overall, +3 gym, 79 speed, 82 strength, 85 acceleration, but has power moves. So this is an interesting guy. 84 power moves, 79 block shed. He can run you down. He can tackle you. 83, 82 pursuit. I mean, this is an interesting one because he's kind of undersized, right? Look at this. 6'5", 240. I mean, maybe if we can get him to like 6'5", 260 by the time he's on the field, maybe add 15 pounds of muscle, I can totally see it. And then he's just like a power rusher, like tackling machine, strong side defensive end. I absolutely love that for Marcus Wilson's future. That's a huge addition, especially because Drew Harris and Mark Jones, who were in the class, were lower rated, 70 something overall. So very, very nice. We've got Freeman and Carpenter at defensive tackle in the class. We already knew about those guys. Our rush for Jerome Young has really just taken off. We've now vaulted into the lead of his recruitment with a week 12 visit. Yeah, 1,000. He had a really nice visit to Pitt, 1,460, but we do get 1,000 on them, and we are maxing like 700 per week. We've got the lead over Pitt. They're also a really great program, having a great season, so we'll see what Young wants to do. But if I could handpick someone to give one of these final scholarships to, of course, we would love to add Jerome Young. But we do add Travis Alford, the #1 middle linebacker from Port Chester, New York, 6'1", 230. And this guy, I mean, we just added Aaron Soul in the last class, so we're good at linebacker for a minute. But, I mean, you can't have enough good linebackers in the room. And this one's really interesting. 77 speed, 87 acceleration, so he's very sudden. 84 tackle, 85 play rec, 83 hit power. So he's a pretty good run stopper, but he's got decent coverage, right? 74 zone is totally good to work with. I can see us kind of like having him in the backup middle linebacker role. Whenever we bring 2 middle linebackers onto the field in year 1, he's in the mix right there, getting some playing time. And he chooses us over North Carolina and Georgia Tech and Notre Dame. So we kept him away from our enemies, and we bring him into Huntington, which is good to see. Love the Travis Alford pickup. We're still in the mix for Williams and Tyree. We know about those guys. Tyree's probably going to commit here any day, 76 overall. We have a huge lead for him now. We'll get into him when he commits. Robinson, the only safety we have committed, 76 overall. We do have help coming at kicker. Anthony McCall, 81 overall, the 3-star, 5th best kicker in the class. He's already in. I might try to go get 81 overall Jeremy Burrell. We'll see. I'm not pushing too hard yet, even though he's got an early lead for us. I got to kind of save spots for the skill players, but we'll see. We do add Stuart Huggins to the class in this most recent round from last week. So 6'2", 199. He's a 4-star athlete from Greensboro, North Carolina. He picks us over Bama, Michigan, and the Buckeyes. And this one's an interesting one. We've got Antoine Gross, the 80 overall in the class, but check out Huggins, 84 speed, 87 throw power, 79 throw accuracy. Is there a world where we bring in 2 really elite quarterbacks in this class and we just let them battle it out? I mean, we've got Huggins committed. Check out Gross's stats. 87 throw power, 81 throw accuracy, 87 speed, and 90 acceleration. He's probably better, but Huggins is like really good. I absolutely could use Huggins. +8 overall gym. I'm not mad at all. Now, he could also potentially play running back. He just would be slow. He could also play wide receiver. He just would be slow. So I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll just have to see. But, I mean, can't have enough good 4-stars in the class. So the 77 overall is in. I'm fired up. We'll see what Huggins can do. He might just be better. You never know. He might just feel better to play with than Gross. We'll see. But that's it. And that's it. I think that's where we are. I think that's all the commits. I think I covered everybody. So, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all of them. I'll reset some of these after stream so you guys don't have to worry about me flipping through and adding points to certain players, as we're only down to, what do we have, 4 scholarships left? 5 scholarships left. Yeah. We're almost at the limit. We got 20 guys in the class. So, pretty crazy. And I'll just kind of tee it up here as we wind down. We're headed to Wake, right? Are we on the road at Wake? Yeah, at Wake, 3-7. They're terrible. 111th in points per game, 108th in total offense, 118 in total defense, and they're 115th in turnover differential. So there's a good chance that we're going to kill them, and we'll just need to kind of keep it moving and maybe run it back with 2 games in the same episode. I'm not sure, but that's what we have to look forward to. 2 games left in the regular season of season 6. Then it's on to the ACC conference title game. And then we'll mess around and be in the 12-team playoff. So it's going to be a really fun spring, man. April, maybe into May, depending on how many episodes we go into the off season and stuff. It could be really, really fun times here. So, 70-0 next week, maybe. I mean, I probably won't have the starters in for very long, so maybe not. But it's probably gonna be pretty ugly. So, man, that's where we're at. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for rocking with me today. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. Going right at these 2-hour marks for these videos. I'm going to go back and make a thumbnail. I'm going to add some recruiting points. Go in and make some chapters. That's the other thing I wanted to mention to you guys. I've been trying to do the chapters thing. So when we get done with the stream, if you didn't catch it live, the VOD will have like the quarters marked out. It'll have like where we're doing the intro, where we're doing the outro. So hopefully you guys can kind of flip through the live stream footage and find what you're looking for to be able to watch the game and stuff without having to scroll and scrub too far. So, thank you so much for the love and support on this series and for rocking with me tonight specifically. This has been super fun. We got a nice big win today. We've got a cupcakes left on the schedule. We should coast easily into the ACC title game, and then who knows what happens in the postseason. It's going to be crazy, but I appreciate the heck out of you guys. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace. Okay, really this time. Peace.